Directions for questions number 1 to 5. Study the following information carefully to understand the questions that follow it. TS Business School provides 3 courses, PGDM, PGDBA and GMP to its students. Every student must be enrolled in exactly one of the 3 courses. The following chart shows the number of students enrolled in sections A, B and C for the 3 courses in the year 2021 and 2022. In 2021, the number of students in GMP section C is equal to the difference of the number of students in PGDBA sections A and B in 2022, and second point and then third point. So if you look at this, this is the sunburst graph, which is made up of concentric circles. So here the blue one is talking about the year 2021, while the orange one is talking about the year 2022. Within 2021, we are looking at the 3 courses, which is PGDBM, PGDBA and GMP. Similarly, within the orange one, we have PGDBM, PGDBA and GMP. Within PGDBM, we have got 3 sections, and that for PGDBA 3 sections, and for GMP also 3 sections. Same is true for the year 2022. Now, there are some of the values that are given to us within those sections, but some of the values are missing. We need to figure out those values, and for that we have these additional statements provided to us. So let's solve this by finding out all the missing data. Now for that, it's better if we convert this into a table. Let's say the rows are the year 2021 and 2022, and then we have got 3 columns, which is the courses PGDBM, PGDBA and GMP. And within the courses, we have got 3 sub-section columns, which are sections A, B, and C, right? So let's draw a table like this. Let's start filling in the values. So we are talking about the year 2021. Let's fill this first row first. So 2021, let's look at PGDBM now. In this, we know the value in section A is 200, that in B is 150. For C, we don't know that. Okay, let's look at PGDBA now. In this, A is 120, B is 80, C is not known. Within GMP, we don't know A, but we do know only B. Similarly, if we fill out the year for 2022, the orange one, we have got within PGDBM section A and section C. Section A being 240 and section C being 144. These are known. In PGDBA, we have got only B known as 105, and in GMP for 2022, we know both A and B being 95 and 75. So these are the cells that we can fill as of now. Now, in order to fill the remaining cells, we will have to take help of these 6 statements. So this is how we are going to start. Let's erase. Okay. So if you look at in 2021, we have got 120 and 80 students. So if we look at first statement, in 2021, the number of students in GMP section C is equal to the difference of the number of students in PGDBA sections A and B in 2022. So we don't know these values, so we can't do anything about this. Let's look at the next one now. In 2022, the total number of students in PGDM and the number of students in PGDM section B both increased by 20% over 2021. So we don't know overall 2021 mein kitna hai, but we can see that section B will increase by 20%. So 150 ka 20% increase is supposed to happen. So this is going to result in so let's use the different. So 20% increase is required. So that means this will result in 180. Now, if we add the overall value of the year 2022 for PGDM, so we are talking about second point right now. This is 234, 520, 564. Now, as per statement number 2, it says that this has also increased by 20%. So 20% of what number is 564? So we have got 564 by 1.2, which will result in 470. Now, if this is 470, this is 200, this is 150, so this is going to be 120. So actually everything increased by 20%, not just only section B. See, 200 to 240, that is also 20% increase. 120 to 144, that is also 20% increase. So the total is 470 for year 2021. Okay, so second statement helped us fill out PGDM column. Next is the total number of students in PGDBA in 2021 is 260. So this is 260, out of which 200 is already there. So this is going to be 60. And in GMP in 2021 is 215. We don't know these two values, so we won't be able to figure out that part. So only half of this is known to us. This is still missing. Fourth point, the total number of students in PGDBA increased by 25% in 2022 over 21%, which means this increases by 25%. Now, 25% is 1/4 of 260, which is going to be 65. So 260 plus 65 will end in 325. Out of 325, we don't know both the values of section A and C. So let's leave that as such. Okay, done with fourth. Let's look at fifth statement. The number of students in PGDBA section C increased by 25% in 2022 over 2021. So 25% increase of 60, that is 1/4 of 60 increase. This will result in 75. So this increases by 25%. Let's look at so A section is going to be 180 is already there. So we need overall 325. So this is going to be 145. Now, if you use the first statement, if you remember, the difference in the number of students in section A and B, which is 40 here in 2022, this is equal to GMP section C. So that means this turns out to be 40. Now 45 plus 40 is 85. We need 215. So this has to be 130. Next, let's use sixth statement. The number of students in GMP decreased by 25% in 2022 over 2021. So if we talk about total number of students ka decrease, so this is a decrease of 25%. So, sorry, this is not 25%, but this is actually just 25. So if this is just 25, so 215 minus 25. That's what I was thinking. How can we calculate 25% of 215? It's going to be a fraction. So 95 plus 75 is 170. We need 190. So we will be left with last 20. Once we know all the values, now we are completely prepared to solve the values given. Solve the questions. Question number 1. Out of a total of 9 sections, how many sections had a decrease in the number of students from 2021 to 2022? So this is an increase, 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 this is also an increase, this is a decrease, this is an increase, and this is a decrease. So there are a total of only 2 sections out of 9 sections where we can see a decrease in the number of students from 2021 to 2022. Question number 2. The ratio of the total number of students in section A and B of PGDM. PGDM section A and B, the total is 350, is to total number of students in section A and B of GMP in 2022. GMP A and B, the total is 95 plus 75, 170. So the ratio will be 35:17, and that will be option B. Which of the following is the largest? The number of students in section B of PGDM in 2022. The number of students in section B of PGDM in 2022, this is 180. Of course, we have larger numbers than 180. The total number of students in GMP in 2021, this is 215. Okay, so A is not the answer. The total number of students in section A in GMP in 2021 and 2022, so we're talking about the sum of these two, which will result in 225. So B is not the answer. And then the total number of students in sections A and C of PGDBA in 2022, A and C, so 145 plus 75, so this is going to be 220. So D is not going to be the answer. C is the largest number out of all the four. Question number 4. What is the approximate percentage increase in the total number of students enrolled in TS Business School from 2021 to 2022 if these three are the only courses taught by this school? So if you talk about the year 2021, this is the sum of 470, 260 and 215, which should give us the sum as 200, 200. So this is 945. And if you talk about the year 2022, the sum is 564 plus 325 plus 190, which is 800, 900, 1064 plus 15 is 1079. So what is the percentage increase? Looking at the option, let's calculate 10% of 945. So if I add 94.5 to this, so I will not get 1079. So my answer should be more than 10%, definitely not 11. Thoda sa zyada hai. Let's calculate 15%. So if this is 10%, let's calculate now 5%. So we will have an idea less than 5 or more than 5. So 10% is 94.5, 5% will be 47.25. So their sum is approximately going to be 142. So if I add 142 to 945, I will get 1081. So I need 1079. So definitely 14% is going to be the answer. Question number 5. If one of the courses, the number of students in one of the sections was equal to the sum of the number of students in the other two sections, this happened in which course in which year? So we're talking about PGDM in 2022. So here, one of the courses is equal to the sum of the other two. So obviously 240 is the largest one. This is not equal to the sum of the other two. So A is not the answer. Next is PGDBA in 2021. So 120 is not equal to 80 plus 60. So B is not the answer. GMP in 2022. So in GMP, we have got 95 is equal to 75 plus 20. Yes, it is. So C option is the answer.